The writer wants to describe that he got the shoes and he was very much happy after getting the shoes. After many days, writer mom met the Sahib, and what she saw that this morning Sahib is on his way to the milk booth. In his hand it is a steel canister. I know work in a tea stall down the road, he says, pointing in the distance. I am paid 800 rupees and all my meals. Does he like this job? I ask. His face, I see, has lost the carefree look. The steel canister seems heavier than the plastic bag he would carry so lightly over his shoulder. The bag was his. The canister belongs to the man who owns the tea shop. Sahib is no longer his own master. So in the end of this story, writer wants to describe that Sahib now was not his own master. Previously, when he was picking the rag, and whatever he got from that after selling the rag, he was his own money. But now he was under someone else and doing the work like that. So writer described that writer wants to urge to us that the child labor is very bad thing and we have to be stop that thing, and we have to take the initiative for the studies and for the development of these type of child. The second story is here about the Mukesh, whose family was working in the Firozabad and making the bangles. Because of those making bangles, they are not getting a good amount for that. So Mukesh don't want to work as a bangle maker, and he thought about for himself that he have to work as a mechanic, motor mechanic. But the people, those who are just exploit these bangle makers, they are not giving any chance to any person, those who are come out from their society and do other work. Otherwise, other people are also doing the same and they earn the more money. And then what they have done, they have given the money to the creditors and they will not exploit to them. So that is why, that is the thing. I want to drive a car. This is the name of the story. Mukesh instinct of being his own master. I will be a motor mechanic, he announces. Do you know anything about car? I asked. The writer asked him, do you know anything about the car? How can you make a motor mechanic? I will learn to drive a car. He answers, looking straight into my eyes. His dream looms like a mirage amidst the dust of a street that filled his town, Firozabad, famous for its bangles. Every other family in Firozabad is engaged in making the bangles. It is the center of India's glass blowing industry, where families have to spend generation working around the furnace, welding glasses, making bangles for all women in the land, it seems. So writer wants to describe that they are making the bangle for the whole woman, but no one can take care of them. Mukesh family is among them. One of the Mukesh to whom the writer met, his family is also working as a bangle maker. None of them know that it is illegal for children like him to work in the glass furnace with its high temperature in dingy cells without air and light, that the law, if enforced, could get him and all those 20,000 children out of the hot furnace where they slog their day-night hours, often losing the brightness of their eyes. So writer wants to describe very pitiable condition of the people, those who are living in the Firozabad as a bangle maker, especially the children, those who are working under the furnace in the very dark place. There is no fresh air, and because of these glass work and colors, all that, their eyes were affected because of that thing. So that is why the writer wants to say to us that we have to be stopped like these type of things. That is why he has written like this. Mukesh eyes beam as a volunteer to take me home, which he proudly says is being rebuilt. So, Mukesh took the writer to his house and he said it is built, rebuilt, means they have already old house, but now they have renovated. We walked down sticking lanes choked with garbage, past homes that remains hovels with the crumbling walls, wobbly doors, no window, crowded with the families of human and animals coexisting in a primeval state. He stops at the door of a one such house, bangles a wobbly iron door with his foot and push it open. So when the writer went to his area where the Mukesh was residing, she saw that there is a there is a sticking lanes with chalked garbage, crumbled walls of the house. Doors are not properly, they are wobbly. Windows are not there at home. Uh, so many peoples are there. So many animals are living also with the people. So all that she saw there in the park. We entered the half-built stack in one part of it, thatched with the dead grass in a firewood stove over which sit large vessels of sizzling spinach. So what she saw that there, the food is making, and they are making the vegetable of the spinach.